Assalamu alaikum, it's Jenny G. Welcome back to my channel, welcome back to my kitchen. We are in the kitchen cooking today, and today I'm going to be showing you guys another super easy, delicious fried Indian delicacy here in Trinidad that's perfect to break fast with during the month of Ramadan. So we are going to be working on some Baiganee, and as a little bonus we're going to be doing some Channa. I absolutely love to break fast with Channa, so I'm just going to show you a simple version of the Channa that I look forward to when we break fast. So before we jump into the video, be sure to hit the subscribe button if you have not done so as yet, and also the bell notification button. The bell notification button is just to ensure that every time I post a video, you get a notification so you could go check out the video, and of course share it with all your friends and your family. Let's talk about the ingredients we need in today's video, guys. I've got my Channa already soaked. I left it overnight soaking, so we're going to be using this for the Channa options. Real simple. Going to be using some green season, and that's some extra hot pepper and pimentos chopped up there. I've got my split peas that I also had soaking overnight. Now this will be for the Baiganee. I've got my I have Channa as well, so that I had soaking. Going to be using, of course, whatever you call this, an eggplant, a baigan, a melanjan, some flour, some baking powder. We're going to be using some salt as well, some turmeric, and some roasted jeera. So these are the items that we need for today's video. Now the first thing I'm going to start off doing for the Baiganee, I'm going to slice the baigan up into slices, and I want to set it aside for a little while because you don't want any moisture on the slices when you're adding the batter, because it will fall off. It will stand a greater chance of falling off when you're frying it or even afterwards. So I am going to be slicing them, and I'm going to set it aside on a paper towel. I'm going to leave it there for as long as possible, as much time as you have. So I've got them sliced up. Just set them aside. Point is to get them as dry as possible before adding that batter onto them. So when we have the baigan slices resting there for a little while, we can actually do work on our Channa. So all I'm going to be doing is adding the Channa to a pressure cooker. We want to get them as soft as possible. Give them a few minutes in the pressure cooker, and then we'll add the green seasoning and everything else that we need to add, and that is just basically it for the Channa. So basically just add in the chickpeas or the Channa with some water. I'm just going to cover it now. I'm not adding anything else there just yet. I want it to get a little soft, and then we'll add all the other ingredients. So it's been about 15 minutes in the pressure cooker. So this is what it looks like right now. So the Channa a lot softer, which is good. So at this point I'm going to add the other ingredients. I'm adding some green seasoning, and I am also adding some roasted jeera, and I forgot to mention a little bit of curry going in the Channa as well. Not much, just a bit, and of course salt to taste. This basically, I'm just going to let it cook down a little more. What I like to do sometimes is just use a potato masher, mash some of the Channa up, not too much, just to thicken it up a little bit, and just let it cook down. So I'm just going to add a little more water to it, and I'm just going to let it boil down, give the jeera some time to cook in there, and that should be it. A real simple Channa recipe here. So our Channa is finished. So now let's work on our Baiganee. Something to note about the Channa, I know that people like their Channa a little bit different. Now this was a simple version of doing it, but you can actually put more curry in it. Some people actually look forward to more curry. Some people actually don't like too much curry in the Channa when they break fast. So it's one of those that you recipes or dishes that you could actually play around with. This is just a simple version in the way that I think it's absolutely delicious. So let's jump into the Baiganee part of the video now. So this is what the baigan slices look like now. So they're pretty much dry, or a lot drier than they were before. So you just leave them there for a couple more minutes while we work on the split peas and the channa. So basically what you need to do is add the split peas and the channa to a food processor, because we want to pulse it, we want to process it until it's very, very fine. In goes the channa, and we also add in the flour and the baking powder in here. In goes the green seasoning and some extra pepper, pimento, some salt as well. But this taste and adjust accordingly, so you can process it, and after then you can add the salt. And I am actually going to add a little bit of jeera as well to this, just for some extra flavor. I'm going to process all of this until everything is nicely incorporated and everything is nice and fine. No chunks we want to see in there. Almost forgot the turmeric, guys. So you want to pulse it until everything is smooth as possible. So this is what it looks like, nice and fine. So now I'm just going to add the baigan slices to a bowl. Now you don't want to cut the baigan slices too thick, right? Especially for me, I prefer to get thin ones. This one kind of cut a little thick. So I am going to add some green seasoning to this. I just like to have everything like lots and lots of flavor. And I'm adding a pinch of the jeera again. Now all this is optional, be sure to note. And some salt goes in too. So I'm just going to mix this all up. And now we're just going to paste on this to the baigan slices. Now you don't need any water, but just in case you find that it's a little bit too dry, you can add some, just a little bit of water. And all you're going to be doing is just basically putting it on here. Make sure to press it on so that it stays on both sides. And you can put as much of this as you like on these slices. I'm just going to do all and just set them aside. So this is what they look like. So I've got my oil heating, and we're just going to fry each one for a couple of minutes until they're nicely cooked through. So the next thing you're going to be doing is just basically adding all to the oil and fry them until they're nice golden brown, and keeping my heat on medium. I don't want the heat too high. So while they're in the pot, try not to interfere with them. Don't move them up too much. Just let them cook through and then turn them if you need to turn them, but just try not to move them around too much. So you're going to cook them, fry them on each side for about 2 to 3 minutes. And once they're the nice brown, golden brown color, remove them and let them drain that excess oil.
Crunchy.
So just in case you're curious to see what it looks like on the inside, this is what it is. Usually what they do is slice it across and add some channa in it. That's how most times it's sold when you know, in Trinidad you have that option of purchasing it. I just prefer without, and I've got my channa separate to break fast with. Our Baiganee fried super delicious snacks are finished, guys, and we've got the channa as well to go along with it. So the channa is one of my favorite things, like I mentioned, to break fast with. I absolutely love it. And like I mentioned as well, there are many different ways of making this. This was just my version. And the Baiganee, a couple of points I would have gone through with you guys while we were doing it, in terms of keeping the outer layer, the batter on there, keep it dry in general. Once you're frying any sort of items, make sure that the item being fried is dry. so that the batter sticks nicely to it. Pretty nice. Be sure to not have too much of a thick baigan slice as well, so that it makes sure you want it to cook through properly in there. So remember, you can use the split peas powder if you prefer to cook that way. Easier way, up to you guys. Have fun with it. So like I mentioned, these items are perfect to break fast with during the month of Ramadan. So I would have done the aloo pies, the chicken pies, got a couple of other videos up for you guys to check out as well if you are looking for items to make at home. I'll post the links for them down below so you guys get a chance to make them right in your own home and enjoy them for iftars during this month. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Give it a try out. These go perfectly with chutney, so I'll post the link for that down below as well. So thanks so much for watching. As always, hope you guys are having a good month of Ramadan so far, making the best of it, and I will see you guys in my next video.